Happy Friday and welcome to the 3 things I learned in Saas Sports Tech and Live events, April 16th, 2021. Number 1, spend some time in the middle. It's going to help you in your professional life. You know, there's a lot of psychology books out there, I'll note them all in the sources below, that talk about how when our brains get overwhelmed with too much information too often, we're not built for this. We're not built for the digital world. And when that happens, what we try to do is we try to chunk everything together and things start to get binary. That's where we start to get the red-blue thinking, vax, no vax, with us or against us, work from home or not. When in reality, there's a gray area to most everything that's out there. The minute we start thinking binarily, and we all do this, no matter how hard we try not to, we don't make the best decisions. It was really interesting to me the other day when somebody I really respected, who's very successful in business, complimented another friend and said, "I really respect that you changed your mind. The world would be a better place if people did that." And it really stopped me because, we're a little bit in an echo chamber that we work at our own business that we built. I don't trust anybody who doesn't change their mind. Spend some time in the middle. That's number 1. Number 2, from a cold day at the Home Depot Center, don't get jiggy with your ARR. One of the things that's going to come up in any deal you do, whether you're raising money or debt or anything else, is there's going to be diligence, and they're going to dig into everything that you do. Something that's too common right now with a lot of the companies that we advise and companies we do deals with is they get a little jiggy with numbers like ARR or other vanity metrics. And they throw things out there that don't count. Services contracts, for example, that they count as ARR when it's not really software ARR, and they try to get multiples that are tied to that. I'm here to tell you, we were lucky we didn't do that during our process, but that's going to come up in your process. And when it does, all you do is lose credibility. So I know it's something that you're trying to do to oversell the success you're having early in your business, but I'm here to tell you that anybody who's built a business knows how difficult it is. And the actual numbers that you have are going to be more impressive, especially if what you give are the actual numbers and they prove out in diligence. That's number 2. And number 3, Salesforce, HubSpot, and many other SaaS companies inundate us regularly with studies that show that it takes anywhere from 6 to 15 touches in order to get a first meeting or interest from a prospect. That's how our brains work. It takes us that often to remember that it takes 15 minutes to save 15% more on your car insurance or Costanza. But what I see happening often when it comes to leadership is we don't realize that applies to leadership as well. Too often, young leaders tell their staff to do something, tell their charges to do something, and then they're surprised after they've mentioned it 2 to 3 times that it hasn't been done. Listen, we really have a difficult situation with communication, especially today with so much coming at us at once, that we only really have 2 choices: to over-communicate or to under-communicate, because none of us are perfect, and perfect is too difficult. Choose to over-communicate. Everybody's a star of their own movie. Repeating things regularly is not disrespectful when it's something that you do often, and it's going to help your team align. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week on The 3 Things.